Hey, what's going on?
Tony,
Good to see you again, Haley. Malcolm. First time chatting with you, London. It's good to chat with you this time.
Peace to you.
Yeah, got some questions. Let's just jump right into this. Quickly, can you each break down your character's journey from season one to now, and now upcoming season three?
I'll do mine quickly. That nigga, not so much that nigga, definitely not that nigga. Like just that's how it that's how it goes. I don't know if you can use that. You want me to redo it? The guy, not so much the guy, absolutely not the guy anymore.
I'm gonna use both. It's fine.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Haley can have it, so I can get my brain together.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
season one to now. It's kind of like Malcolm's. Tears, singing, more tears. Tim's and heartbreak. Lots of heartbreak.
wait, wait.
Oh man.
Tim singing is an album. That's an album.
yeah, Malcolm set us up. I would have to say irresponsible, learning to become responsible, responsible-ish is the last one. That was a good setup, Malcolm. You guys that simplified our answers. Okay, cool.
Tim's
Awesome,
tears.
man.
This is crazy.
Great answers. All right, London and Haley, Jukebox and Marvin have, I think, one of the most, dynamic relationships on this series. And I speaking with you last season, Haley, you explained that how you guys approach a particular scene where it was a really rough, violent scene where y'all didn't talk to each other. Now coming to this season, things are a little bit different. Like how is now the dynamic between you two changed and how y'all, especially with the storyline evolving more?
Well, I think part of the major factor in all of this is the fact that Marvin wasn't there early on in Jukebox's life, and which causes some strain within their relationship in season one, to getting the therapy and then going ultimately to trying to become the other extreme of himself, which is super dad. I think it was important for Marvin to make sure he put the effort in, with his daughter. I think a lot of times when we hear these stories about the dad being absent from the daughter's life, and then the parent finds themselves trying to say, "Well, I was waiting on you. I was waiting. If you really loved me, if you needed me, why didn't you ask me?" When it really should have been the reverse. When it's the parent who should say, "Yo, I messed up. What do you need from me?" And I think Marvin is trying to do that in the way that he's trying to do it, not necessarily the politically correct way. Sometimes overstepping, because he's trying to compensate for all the lack that he had on earlier on. But we kind of see that happening for them, for Marvin.
Yeah, it was really I remember our conversation that we had and I said, man, London wouldn't even talk to me. I'm sad. Yeah, no. And that was I remember that first day that we were really like together and I like went up and gave him a hug and he was like, oh, hello. It's
Yeah.
it's a beautiful shift. No, it's so complicated, man. Like those really, I wish for everyone that it could be as black and white as like, oh, it was really rough, and like now they're great. I really wish that that could be the case, but it's so complex. It's such a complex relationship, and I think the cool part of the season, without going too far, for the two of them is. You see that they both kind of start to have to grieve the same things at the same time.
Mm.
Mm.
And
Mm,
they start
great.
experiencing things together in real time in a way that we have never seen. And so they realize that, like, one, they may be more like each other than they realized. I think
Yeah.
Juke not to like her dad. I think she really, really does. I think she's kind of cool. She thinks he's kind of cool. She will never say.
Awesome.
You'll never hear her say.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Now, Malcolm, I'm sorry. Now Malcolm, you said that your characters ain't shit this season, or ain't popping this season. But
No, I was being, no, I'll
I
stand on.
I know, but what are you most excited for fans to see about Lulu's journey this season?
Honestly, I feel bad for the fans because
Mm,
Sasha's writing such a rich character. And that was such a political answer. Such a rich character. But really what it means is he's just dragging this boy. He's dragging this man. And I know that the audience had formed this relationship and idea of him because Sasha planned to put the audience through a roller coaster because they set him up as this clean cut, always reliable guy. And he's just corroded that because of the corrosion of his spirit that's taking place because of all the things that have occurred that they are doing that is not supposed to be done by human beings. And so now it's just come to roost on his psyche. He's not all the way there. He's not coping properly. And I think that it's important to see, people of color who we thought were so together and so put together, not coping properly, because that informs us that there are no superheroes. We're all humans. And this is what your journey may look like this. And I'm downplaying it a lot because I don't want to give away the reveal of what happens, but it gets really dark for my man. And I'm making fun of him because it's uncomfortable, right? Mm. It's like, we do know people who are going through it like that. And maybe the stakes aren't as high, but when you in here, everything feel like it's life or death. When you don't feel right in here, you don't look good to yourself in the mirror. When you don't it doesn't help. And so when you say, what am I looking forward to the audience? I feel bad for the audience because if you care about this character, you're going to have a rough one. It's going to be rough. And you just have to, are you riding with the character or not? Because this is going to be tough, to watch.
Awesome. Malcolm with the deep answers always, man. Final question. Final question. Social media plays a very huge part with Power and how successful it has become. Because, fans always love to talk about the show immediately after it airs and while it's actually on. So I'm curious, if you guys are really active on there, do you guys actually see any of the comments regarding you guys' characters? If so, was there ever a comment that stuck out to you that y'all were laughing damn, it was a really good one? Even though it was a joke against you, was it one you kept around and say, damn, it was a really good one?
I've seen a couple memes that are just interesting to start like Marvin memes. This is one. Somebody showed a picture of Marvin in the jukebox scene, and they showed the scene where Marvin and Jukebox got into it, and it's the part where Marvin's been physical towards Jukebox, and it was just like, this is how how Pop biscuits feel. Like the whole thing of that. And I laughed so hard. I almost felt bad because I know it's not Hailey and I, but just the description of how Popeye's biscuits are. And they showed that scene. I was like, oh my gosh.
That's terrible, bro. That's horrible.
It is, man.
That's so toxic. It's so bad.
But yeah, that's one of the ones. Oh man. Hey, those are the fans, man. I appreciate them even watching the show.
Anybody else?
Oh, don't use me. Mine is obvious. Like, I just get dogged by what's her face we have a classic scene in cinema now, I guess, and it's just me being told how I'm being owned. And so and what people don't realize, I think the internet doesn't realize that, because they want you so bad to be your character, right? And if anybody who knows Patina or knows me, Hailey can tell y'all, let it get that. That is not, first of all, Patina's not going to say that to nobody. She's the sweetest human being on the planet. Like, I'm more likely to say that to somebody than she is. But people online have kind of switched us. And I love it. I love the humble pie, man. I love dude being like, I went to go speak at Cambridge University just like 2 weeks ago. And I'm out there and I'll post a little post and somebody's like, does Rock know where like this? I'm like, what the? They writing on the comments in Rock's voice, like, Blue, what you doing in life? like, I can't even go be an educated academic. Right. It's not gonna work. They're gonna be like, does Rock approve of this activity? Right. And it's chuckle worthy. It's not nearly as hilarious as the domestic violence Popeyes joke, but that's it's pretty good. That's just wild.
Well, they give me the rap signal, guys.
Oh, no.
It was a pleasure to talk to you guys, man. Season 3 is great, man. Thank you guys for your time, and I appreciate the jokes and laughs, man. Thank you so much, man.
Peace, dog.